Rejection is inevitable, and people have the right to tell you no. And that's even people that you may have an intention of having an attraction to, somebody you want to talk to, or even potentially people, if you have a business, of being your client or these other things. And people have the right to tell you no. And just think about that when they tell you no. Are they telling you no forever? Like, no, 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 no. It's just a moment. But what happens is these moments that get intense, we take on this emotions, this energy, this beliefs from these one moment that starts to run with us. And what can happen is we get afraid of doing these things that we want to do in the future from this moment that happened before, for the fear of the rejection happening again, the fear of that going on again. Hey everyone, my name is Dell from Trueessenceconnection, and I wanted to do a video today on rejection. Rejection is something that we have all experienced before, and what usually happens is we are looking for something to happen a certain way, and it doesn't happen the way it's supposed to. And we could potentially take on this notion of being rejected in this moment. And then what happens from this moment is it starts to build a story behind this. And let me tell you a story, as I was saying story. So I want to take you back to when I was in middle school. We had an upcoming school dance. I'm sure that a lot of us had those dances before. So I had this idea of asking this person that I really liked to go to the dance with me. And before me even going out in the notion of doing this, I was already thinking about this person's going to say yes, all the cool things are going to happen in the dance, and potentially from there build a relationship and all this stuff. I'm in middle school thinking about that. But what happened was when I asked this person for the dance, it didn't happen the way that I was looking for it or was hoping and expecting it to. I was told no. And in that moment of being rejected and being told no, I felt some emotion tied towards that. Emotions of not feeling enough. Emotions of, oh, I'm not good. Oh, I'm not cool enough. Oh my God, like, am I even worth it? Am I worthy? All these things, even as a kid, that was going on, that I even know was going on. I just realized that because I started to do some work behind this in this present moment, for me being afraid of doing things for the fear of being rejected. And this started to show these type of things for me. But with that being said, I'm sure a lot of us are afraid of doing things. And the number one fear of doing something is the fear of being rejected. I want to put this out there for you guys just to come to acceptance with it, which I came to acceptance with. Rejection is inevitable, and people have the right to tell you no. And that's even people that you may have an intention of having an attraction to, somebody you want to talk to, or even potentially people, if you have a business, of being your client or these other things. And people have the right to tell you no. And just think about that when they tell you no. Are they telling you no forever? Like, no, 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 no. It's just a moment. But what happens is these moments that get intense, we take on this emotions, this energy, this beliefs from these one moment that starts to run with us. And what can happen is we get afraid of doing these things that we want to do in the future from this moment that happened before, for the fear of the rejection happening again, the fear of that going on again. But consider this with me in a moment. What if there's a more deeper rejection that's going on right now that we're not being aware of, but we're afraid of doing the thing that we want to do for the fear of this external rejection? What about internal rejection? What about rejecting your soul from doing something that you really want to do in these moments, but you shut it down from the fear of something happening over and over and over and over again? yeah, bring awareness to that the like, and I say it all the time, and I know for certain the deepest rejection is when we reject ourselves, when we actually reject ourselves from doing the things that we really want to do, or say the things that we really want to say, or go after the things that we really want to go after. And then what comes from there, potentially for me, it was resentment. It was feeling this regret of, oh my God, I wish I would have done this thing that I thought about doing, but I was afraid of doing it for the fear of rejection. And then potentially you see somebody else do the thing that you wanted to do, and it works. It's a success. But also it may just be a no again. But the question to ask yourself is, why am I stopping myself for doing something from that is inevitable, this rejection, and doing something, not doing something for the fear of rejection, and it's something you want to do, you're already rejecting yourself. You're rejecting yourself, which is even deeper, a deeper wound. And what I invite you to do is, you know, those things that you're afraid of doing for that fear of rejection, I say do it. Let's say if you have a crush on somebody, or somebody you want to potentially go out on a date with, or whatever, shoot your shot and be okay for this person may say no. But just imagine what is more painful, waiting for that no that may potentially be inevitable anyway, or doing what your soul is asking you to do, doing something that you really want to do, and potentially you can get a yes. And whatever that may be, you have an idea, business idea, get it out there. And just remember, even if you get rejected, even if you're told no, even if a rejection does come your way from somebody, it's only a moment. It's only one person. And we all haven't even met not even a quarter of the people in the world. There's billions of people out there. And what can happen is we let this one moment hinder us so much, and it builds this story of not being worthy, not feeling enough, not being this. And yeah, bring it on, rejection. At least I know when I get rejected, I'm actually going for what I want. I'm shooting my shot at life, and the universe sees that. But also it's like, okay, I got rejected in this moment. It's totally fine. This person doesn't like this chocolate ice cream. Maybe they like strawberry ice cream. Maybe they like whatever. It's their own preference, but it doesn't stop the fact that I am a delicious ice cream. Or maybe having a conversation with somebody offering my services for TC, and they say no. It doesn't hinder the fact of, this is a powerful message that is out there for people. And the people out there as well, with your message, and you have a powerful message out there. And just because somebody may tell you no, and somebody may not see it the way that you can see it, don't let it hinder what you can see within yourself, because nobody can see it like you. And also the fact of, you're no longer rejecting yourself. Just imagine the confidence you start to build by just going for what you want and going out there and being okay for whatever shows up that way. And if you're told no in this one moment, it's just a no from a moment, and you can get a yes in another moment, and something more resonant with you. But also, because a lot of people say like they waste their time with potentially talking to somebody that leads to them actually be rejected for a person. Just imagine if you just shot your shot in the beginning, say what you wanted, say what's going on, and the person told you no in the beginning, compared to potentially getting strung along and told no eventually anyway. It saves a lot of time, but also it allows the space to start to get those more yeses in your life. Thank you. Thank you for spending this time with me. I appreciate you. I love you. And yeah, it's one of those inevitable things, rejection. But if you need a space to process that rejection, you can always talk to me. And always, like always, stay connected.